This is another episode of Minneapolis by Night. Specifically, this is a meeting between the Harpies of the Kindred and the representatives for the Garou. They are meeting at the Storm Crow, which is owned by Kinfolk, but is used as neutral ground. The Kindred know about it, and they've agreed. They've at least kept their distance from it. This is actually one of the few times you will see Kindred wandering into this bar. Without being extra cautious. Harvey and Jade show up outside. Jade, true to her word to Bo, takes her weapons, takes her shoulder holsters off, puts them in the seat, locks it all up, of course. And as soon as she sees Harvey pull up in his nice, expensive car, waits till he gets out. She walks over and starts, literally spins him around, puts him up against the car, and pats him down like she's a cop. He's objecting, but, he tries to manhandle her, and she just laughs as she twists his arm around, slams him on the hood, and goes, "We can do this the hard way." You forget what clan I am.
A black sedan, but 2010 black sedan, blacked out windows, pulls up in front.
Okay.
And out steps Bo.
Yeah, you see Harvey getting patted down police style. So if the Garou were actually in the building, they could probably... someone probably came in and said, "Dude, there's like some kind of police bus going on."
Oh yeah, well you can actually see the woman in question that you're meeting with sitting in one of the booths by a window, waiting impatiently, and she's just like looking out the window, shaking her head.
Bo is actually around the car and makes a big show of removing weapons from himself and putting them back in the car.
Yeah. You do see Jade manages to pull off 2 guns. You actually see her cock it back. "Oh, you are an asshole." Throws him in the car. Now, is there any other weapons I need to know about that the Garou are going to find? They were silver bullets in the gun. Jade's not happy. Ian, you're breaking up.
He looks so...
I didn't catch any of that. You broke up.
Yep, you're breaking up hard.
Hardcore.
Hold on.
Well, the lady would see the female looks very pissed off at this suit. And you see her actually cock the gun and look into the chamber, and you see her just shake her head, and you can see she's visibly yelling at this guy.
Test.
Yeah, we got you.
He looks over at Jade, goes, "You check his ankles?"
Oh yeah, I'm going there next. She checks. Hey, look, she pulls out a dagger. You can see the silver. I'm gonna kill you. James may need to replace his fucking harpy. Throws that in the car. Is there any other silver before we walk one more step towards that door? You got everything.
Check his
spine. If we don't, I will let the Garou rip you apart.
Check for a spine holder.
She checks. He's clear. I can't believe you're gonna bring fucking silver to a Garou meeting. What the fuck?
And he steps in front of both of them, holds up a hand to Jade.
Yes.
No offense. And then he pats him down.
That's fine. Yeah, he has no other weapons. No, Jade was pretty thorough. Especially after finding the gun with the silver and then the knife with the silver. Yeah, she was not happy with that.
He actually even goes into his wallet and checks for, like, throwing stars.
No. She didn't think of that, so that actually was a good thought process.
There's actually a sign on the door right now that says closed for maintenance.
Well, we were told to meet here today.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
tonight.
That's the reason there's a sign on the door.
Yeah, if this is day, we have a bit of a problem.
Yep.
No, yeah. to the Kindred, it would be daytime because that's their daytime. But
Bo will step up and knock on the door.
Yeah, Jade just stands. Harvey's standing. He already has his pissed off look because he's been manhandled by Jade and then stripped of his weapons.
You would have noticed that when you were walking to the door that the woman that had been sitting down in the booth watching the window has actually gone, and you hear the locks unlocking. And the door pulls open, and she's standing next to the door, and she just looks at you guys. Well, she motions for you guys to come in. She's holding the door open.
They walk in. At least Jade and Harvey do.
Her eyes are on you guys, very, very. She's very leery and watchful, as it were. You do see this woman, and then also you see that woman as well. That one is this one here will introduce herself as Allie Stone, and this one will introduce herself as Sasha Ivanov. And yes, as a matter of fact, they're gonna be nothing personal, but they want to check you for weapons, and they'll even
Jade willingly stands, opens her arms, lets him pat her down. She has no weapons on her. Her cell phone and a pager. That's it.
Okay.
Bo holds out his arms. He has no weapons.
Jade just glares over at Harvey.
Oh yeah. Well, and then you actually, Sasha looks over at Allie, who is the one patting you guys down, and she's like, "Yeah, that one probably really needs it." She's pointing at Harvey.
Guys,
watch you guys do it.
Turn him upside down and shake him out, because I think that's about the only thing we didn't do.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if you want to turn him upside down and shake him out, we won't object to it.
Well, they're going to be satisfied. I'm sure none of you are armed.
Yeah, Harvey's not armed.
Or should I have her roll a perception investigation?
No. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm telling you now that between Jade and Bo, they checked him out thoroughly, and she would have seen that he was checked out thoroughly. And Jade already does not have a good thought process about him, so she's honestly thinking, just feed this guy to the Garou.
Right.
She does not like Harvey.
Brought the barbecue sauce.
The idiot brings silver to meet Garou. Hello.
Once they're satisfied that you guys are not armed, they'll even do you the common courtesy of if you really want to check us.
Jade shakes her head.
Actually, Bo would.
Jade doesn't.
Bo would.
Harvey does too. Harvey's a dick because he was.
Bo waves Harvey off, and he said, "I would."
Jade nods. Good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're here for mutual things, so.
Bo is very, very respectful in how he pats them down. He's thorough, but
they aren't armed. Hey, you called it, Ian.
Son of a bitch.
It's okay.
Didn't hear what you said, sorry?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ruben just showed up.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not armed.
Bo is extremely thorough, but is very apparently being extremely careful to be very respectful in how he pats them down.
They don't need to be armed. They are their own armor.
Yeah, that's true. Jade's just kind of watching Harvey, who's just kind of. He seems like he doesn't want to be here, but.
Bo would step back and lean against a wall.
Okay.
Those two are the ones that talk the most, and he's just there to watch their backs. He's in his eyes, at least.
All right. Well, Sasha will point at the booth she was at.
Jade and I
Might as
go
well
sit
make
down.
ourselves comfortable.
Yeah, Jade and Harvey go sit down.
And they both just they sit down. Well, you guys wanted to talk, so what's up?
Well, Jade speaks up, just looks at Harvey. Harvey was getting ready to say something, and Jade just looks at him and he just kind of shuts up. Sorry, unfortunately, some of us have no manners. She just looks at Harvey. Our supervisor, well, let's call it like it is, since we all know our factions here. The two people competing for princedom within the city do wish. I won't say an alliance because I know how tenuous our relationship is. I would like to say maybe a neutrality agreement between our two factions.
What's the purpose for it?
More of, we'll try and keep our people on our side if, and stay out of your politics and your matters if you're willing to show us the same courtesy.
Well, you do know how much we differentiate, but there has to be a purpose besides you guys want to keep your skins and we want to keep ours.
To be honest, the powers that be, Jade just looks at Harvey, and Harvey gives her a look like, he doesn't want her to say something. To be honest, the powers that be just would like to know that we don't have to worry about Garou tearing our ass apart when we're not paying attention. She's being plain. We have no qualms, at least my aspect has no qualms with the Garou. I am aware that his supervisor, however, did at one point in time have an alliance with your predecessors back when he was Prince. And there was an agreement between them that basically just stayed to their own thing and we leave each other alone. We can only speak for the Camarilla side of things. We cannot speak for our rival faction called the Savant. We will try and keep them under wraps, but if anything happens to them, we honestly could care less.
And the Anarchs.
This is literally just to keep your skins.
Well,
always looking.
We didn't really want to ask for too much because, again, we know the tension between our two factions can be pretty intense, for lack of a better word. I personally have contacts with other Garou in other cities, and I've had no issues with them whatsoever. We exchange information pretty freely. So I can only speak from my personal experience. I know a lot of the politics involved within your various tribes can be as tenuous as the politics within our clans. I think it would be a mutual benefit to both of us if we could come to some kind of agreement. I don't know, forgive me, I don't know much about the Garou within this city. This is not my home turf.
Oh, lovely.
Just so you know, Bo is looking a little uncomfortable at this moment.
Oh yeah?
It's not because of that topic. It just something else is bugging him.
You mean to tell me that you want the Garou to form an alliance with the Kindred just because you guys would rather not get killed. You do know what you are to us, right?
I'm aware.
So there has to be some other underlining factor.
Well,
my superiors are not going to agree to this without some bigger picture here.
Well, since we have...
He just speaks up and just says, tell them.
Fine. We've infiltrated most of the society within Minneapolis. We can offer things that are harder to get for the group.
Don't tell them that, you...
I know what you want me to tell them.
Her focus, actually, because he's opened his mouth, focuses to him.
Oh, you just became the center of attention.
Yep.
Sorry?
I was going to get to that, Bo.
But the Shadow Lord's attention is now on Bo, because he spoke up.
Well, Bo, you put your foot in. Time to open your mouth and start talking.
We know
Jay
that
looks at you. You know I'll agree with it. Harvey.
There's hunters issues around going on in this city. And from what we've heard, that you've had some issues with them too. I think it'd be better if we can concentrate on our own individual problems and not have to deal with each other, and to deal with these hunters on our that are individually annoying ourselves instead of having to worry about each other. This way, we don't have to worry about each other annoying each other and can get on with our lives.
So
there is one other thing there is one other thing we should tell you. We believe that the hunter that was called in specifically to hunt shifters is a kindred.
Oh. So who are we to tell the difference between, say, one of you and the difference between you and him? You're all vampire. You're all leeches to us. You're all the same.
And that is why we wanted this. That is the real reason we wanted this meeting, is because we wanted to ensure that the kindred have no motives towards the Garou in any way, shape, or form. We've had a live and let live policy for a while, and we want to keep it that way. At least our superiors wish that. This kindred Garou hunter is a problem for both factions.
True.
Because he is not working for us. He is not on our side in any way, shape, or form. I should tell you that the hunter that is coming after us, although you might not care, is one of your kind. It's almost as if they intentionally were sent in to cause tension between us. This is why this meeting really was brought forth. Someone wants us to fight each other to the death and let it chips fall where they may. They want us at each other's throats, which leads me to believe that there's something larger planned that they want us out of the way for. Think about it. If we're too busy fighting between ourselves...
I see where you're going with this, alright? And she kind of glances at Allie, the city sept leader, who actually nods. I mean, we've definitely had some interesting situations of our own entailing hunting, though not quite what you're speaking of. I'm not sure how related they are. All I know is one of the hunters that we had in question was Garou.
Might have
we,
this power plant too.
yeah, we got some information last night about a power plant somewhere in the city. It's a typical power plant on every respect, but there's a secondary system near the power plant that apparently is just drawing energy and not doing anything with it. It's storing it. Whether it's a factor against us or not, I don't know, but it probably is a good idea that, I mean, we as the Kindred Society are looking into it to the best of our resources. Um, we're not sure what this power plant has anything. It could very well be tied in with the hunters and everything else going on, but that's one of those things we don't know. It is a possibility that it's just a weird side thing and somebody, wants to create their own power source. Who knows?
Sorry, Will. What kind of
Yes.
power plant was it that was mentioned?
I believe it is just a standard power plant, and the one that's generating power, I think he said it was a
Water.
hydroelectric. Yes.
It was a hydroelectric. Okay.
Hydroelectric.
Being a hydroelectric, I figure this might be an area better suited for your kind to deal with, as it seems to be more nature related than other possibilities.
We will look into it. Believe me. Now,
This information was shared in hopes that perhaps if you find something, you can share it with us.
very well.
Again,
No.
we understand the tension if you don't wish to share things with us. We're not going to hold it against you because I personally am aware of what Garou think of us. As I said, I have some allies within the shifter ranks in other cities, so I know you guys don't look at us kindly. As you put it, we're all leeches.
Yes, I did put it that way. Now, you think these hunters are trying to pit us against each other? You have this weird thing going on at the hydroelectric power plant.
We don't know if it's tied in or if it's something separate. It was just brought to our attention last night, and since we managed to set this meeting up, it was going to be one of the things that was brought up, yes. The hunters are our biggest concern right now because if one's going after you and one's going after us, if they are what we believe they are, then it is definitely going to cause tension between our two factions. And I think the last thing the city needs is one more war going on.
Correct.
We as Kindred have enough violence going on between ourselves, and I'm sure last thing we need is to have another front to be fighting on.
Correct. Now, this is the one thing I can't guarantee you. Even if we do make a deal, some of our kind are very protective of their territory, as it were. You violate their territory, they're not going to stand for it.
If we have a general idea where their territory is, we can try and put it off limits,
And
put out knowledge that it's off limits or enter at your own risk. If we get a general idea, that helps us out a lot. If not, shit happens. We can tell the Kindred to be cautious.
you're kind of a tendency to make enemies amongst us, and I can't safely say that people are going to be able to ignore what grudges they may or may not have.
As we fully understand, and we will do our best to control it as much as we can. If there is basically what we really want to happen is if you guys have an issue with a particular kindred, bring it to our attention. We as the Harpies, we three are basically the sheriffs for the group. We would be able to handle it personally. We have been given authority to dish out punishment against any kindred that violate the rules of the city.
As we punish our own for violating our rules.
The most we want is,
I do feel obligated to point out that as you guys have individuals that are hell-bent over sections of land yourselves, we also have similar situations.
Go on.
There are individuals that hold on to pieces of land that they've earned over years as heartily as you would hold over your love of the forest, for instance.
Understood.
There might be bad blood if one was to walk into some of their territories as well. We could exchange the information so that we can avoid unpleasantries.
Yes, like we know you'd probably prefer to deal with Garou rather than us deal with it and cause more tension, as we'd rather deal with Kindred than have you guys have to deal with it. Basically, police our own shit. To break it down to the easiest terms.
Very well.
Again, we understand that, you are only speaking for your, speaking for those in leadership in your tribe. They, in your factions, they could choose to ignore all this, and this could just be a complete waste of our time. But
Right. We're
at least trying. This is our higher-ups making an effort.
I'm only here on behalf of my elder here, as he has many other things to attend to at home. I can relay all of this information to him, and I can't speak for Firewall. She glances at the woman at the door, but as she takes care of her own set. I am not sure how they will want to deal with this, but I can see benefits in it as long as we're all on the same page.
That's basically why we brought it here, so that way you can bring it back to them. If they want to add stipulations to the agreement or whatever, that can be something else we can discuss. Bo, myself, and fuck Harvey. Bo and myself at least have numbers you can contact us on. We will probably be the two kind of leading this. Him here looks at Harvey. Really has his own thing.
Bo just shakes his head.
Although I think his superior would probably kick his ass for
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's. Based on what I saw outside, that asshole don't seem to want to respect any of the whole reason this meeting's going down.
And he just kind of glares at you. Jay looks over. You want me to fuck you up? I will fuck you up sitting in the seat.
She's actually. She's just staring.
That the individuals that came here unarmed respect the Garou and their spiritual beliefs, such as any states the appropriate spirit that the club is named after, and would not wish to disrespect you and your tribe in a place of.
I can take him outside. Jade. I'll drag his ass outside. I don't mind.
Clearly you two are just fine. You two came here respectfully.
And Bo gives Jade a little bit of an eye because he knows she didn't come unarmed.
Yes, but she at least showed that she put her weapons on.
Well, not. I mean, like,
but
in the building is what she meant in the building.
But the Garou also aren't. They know the vampires aren't going to go to a place where Garou hang out unarmed, at least. But Jade made a very good show of taking her sword and putting it into the seat and locking it up.
No. Yes. And
those
they
are the only
patted you
weapons
guys down, so.
Yeah. And she even patted down one of her own, so. Forcefully.
Precisely.
And I would point out that normally my kind does not take their time to learn your customs, but I have, and I respect your customs. And would not.
This alliance, potential alliance.
Yeah, we figure if you want to deal with the Kindred, if you don't want to deal with our higher-ups directly, which, honestly, I don't blame you. But if you'd rather deal with, since we've already established some kind of rapport, you want to deal with us, both Bo and I will gladly give you ways to contact us. I know Sven had to go through, I believe it's Jojo, I think is what he's calling himself, the Were Raven,
She nods.
to get this meeting.
Yeah, yes, a bird.
I would also suggest that perhaps your people and our people choose 2 new secret neutral ground locations, one from each of us that we can utilize for meetings that nobody outside this room might know about, except for those who choose them, of course.
Harvey, you don't really need to be here, actually.
So that perhaps the
my
hunters can be.
Huh.
Shut up, be a good fixture. Jane. It's obvious her love for Harvey is non-existent.
yeah. These 2 Garou don't look too impressed with Harvey either.
Yeah, no, he's a venturer. What do you expect? This isn't a business venture, so he sees no profit in it. He's only here because his sire, James, told him to. And that's because James wants relations with the group.
Well, so far you guys are doing a better job of making that happen than he is. She just kind of looks at him and she's like, "Go report that back to your boss."
She means you can go now. Harvey, good. Gets up. Jade just kind of, you could see her kind of, her knuckles whiten even more, and she just keeps her calm. Just.
Oh yeah, Sasha and Allie are both watching him. Like.
1 second. Yeah. Kind of tired of it now. Bo will step in front of him. Let me see here, and really only one word will leave his lips. Leave. Let me see here. Dominate 1.
No, it doesn't matter. He's leaving anyways. But yeah, we'll just say it works. I'm just going cinematic with this. You don't need to roll for it. We'll say it works because I don't actually have the sheet for Harvey. I didn't make one for him. Jade, I do, but he would be a shit ton harder to do that too. But yeah, Harvey's just a venturer. So
he allows the shiver of power of age to ripple over his body as he uses the word leave. Obviously, for the first time while here, showing that he is probably significantly older than anybody probably anticipated before.
No, Jade just kind of, she hears it and just kind of looks over, just kind of smiles, and Harvey just leaves. Without another word.
Yeah, Allie will kindly hold the door open for him and lock it behind him.
Does the door hit him in the ass on the way out?
Oh God, let's hope so. From what Allie could tell, these 2 would not give a shit if you actually slammed it on him as he was walking out.
Actually, no, they wouldn't, because they wouldn't soil the door with him.
That's true, yeah.
No, she's not going to let the door hit him on the way out.
Damn it. Alright, now that the asshole's gone, I do agree we probably should have set up some locations where we could discuss things more privately. I assure you, Harvey may represent his superior, but I'm pretty sure when he goes back and tells his superior what you told him to tell him, they may be replacing him.
Well, you certainly shouldn't be sending someone like that to try to do negotiations.
Well, unfortunately, he did have the power and influence to...
Bo takes out a notebook and makes a note.
Venture guy, a-hole.
Venture, stupid. Well, Harvey Venture, idiot. James actually would have been a lot better here, ironically.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
He reaches. He takes a step outside the door for a second, leans down, comes back in, and puts a rock on the seat in the booth. More useful.
Nuts.
Oh, you actually get a small chuckle out of Allie at that one.
That's true. Yeah.
And
Intelligent.
Sasha just looks at it and she's like, "Yeah,
To
a lot more useful."
extend the rapport we have, I will tell you, he did come armed, and he came armed with silver ammunition.
He's really looking to make an alliance here.
Yeah. Why do you think I was so unfriendly to him outside?
And the whole comment about turning him upside down.
Yeah, the whole comment about turning him upside down, we were actually willing to let you do that. Because, I mean, we checked him pretty good, but that doesn't mean, wasn't hiding something.
Come on, I checked his wallet.
Which I didn't think of, actually. I should have checked that. I'm glad you did. Next time we'll check his cell phone.
And Sasha will look at you guys and she'll be like, "I can relay the information to my elders."
That's all we ask.
And,
as I said, this is more of just a way to try and extend an olive branch, so to speak.
Understood.
She pulls out a card that has my personal number and personal contact information in case you don't have a phone. As you know, JoJo obviously knows ways to at least get a hold of us and get a message if you need to. But that's a way to contact me. Bo, if you can give them your contact.
Bo would hand over a card, and he'd look at both of them and go, I have one question if you'd be willing to consider answering it.
What?
Is there a way to respect your spirits in a particular area, for one of us to respect the spirits in one of your area without being insulting?
It depends on the spirit. All spirits react differently to different things.
For instance, the one that you've named this place after.
That I am not going to indulge you on.
Fair enough.
She smiles.
I ask that if we do have a meeting in one of your sacred places, that you extend us information on how we can respect the spirits in the area so that our presence is not an insult.
Very well.
Jade
this place, well, out of character, this place is literally just a name because no human is going to get what Stormcrow means.
Yeah.
You obviously have a different outlook on things.
Yeah, he's kind of showing his cards that he knows a little bit more about the Garou than anybody else that may have came to the meeting.
Oh no.
You noticed that she smiled when you asked about respecting the spirits, but she's not going to indulge you about this direct major spirit. You knowing about it is enough.
Jade actually has more lore, she just doesn't use it. She pretends to be ignorant in a lot of things because it makes things easier.
Well, really, Bo is trying to get on the somewhat good side of the Garou by showing respect.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Jade was only playing dumb in front of Harvey because she wants that image to stay with Harvey. As long as Harvey thinks she's not as intelligent as she is, it's easier to maintain her cover.
I'd say Harvey was playing dumb, but I don't think playing is an appropriate word.
No.
No.
You have to have some kind of intelligence to be able to play the act of being dumb.
Sasha is actually going to stand up and she'll be like, "I will relay this information, as I stated, to my elders. And I will probably be your contact, being as my elders don't particularly enjoy coming into the city that much.
Understood. As we said, we will be the contacts for our side of things, so that way things are easier.
I have no qualms coming to locations outside the city if needed.
Nor do I.
I will make sure that they are aware of that. And Sasha will get up, and she's gonna motion to Allie, and she's gonna step up, and she's going out she goes behind the bar and up in through a door where you can see stairs leading up.
Before they leave,
Sasha has left.
Bo will offer his hand in a handshake to them, not exactly expecting them to shake it, but in a respectful gesture at least.
Well, they're representing their people, so she'll at least be decent of that nature. And
Yeah, so we'll
Firewall actually is the one that's in the city sept. So she's actually more okay with this alliance at this point, just because most of it is affecting the city. It affects her stuff way more than it's affecting the outside sept.
Bo suddenly turns towards Jade.
Yeah. What?
He was carrying an awful shit ton of silver. You don't think?
You know, I didn't even think about it.
And Bo's gone.
I didn't think of that. Fuck.
And Allie looks at Jade and she says, "If he pulls anything, I'm sorry.
Hey,
You have to be aware. If he pulls anything, I think it's fair game."
That's fine.
And I think we'll have to do a scene with Bo hunting down.
Now, gentlemen.
Oh no, Bo's gone.
Yeah, Bo left because Bo thinks that Harvey may be the hunter, so it's just Jade left.
Alright, Jade. I get to go break this news to some of my other council members, as it were. I can't imagine that it's going to make them all too happy, but the long and the short of it is we have mutual problems, and the city is mutual ground for us.
Agreed.
So it's best that we all just try to work through this and do what we need to do.
That's the purpose of this meeting.
She takes down and writes down her phone number and gives that to you. We'll have to meet again.
Very well.
To figure out these mutual
Terms and conditions.
terms, conditions, mutual ground, etc.
Keys. What are the keys?
So, yes. But I have things that I need to do as well, other people to speak with. So, I advise that you guys go catch your buddy.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions for him. Alright. Alright, and on that, Jade will, make polite bows and she'll pull ass out.
And Allie will keep the door. She'll hold the door open for you and everything, and make sure everything's locked up.
Okay. There might be a bow-sized hole in that door. No.
No, I assume you will open the door out of respect. Alright, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned and enjoy.